Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I rolled over some.
Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SE Project branding logo that's on here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand now, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at the
Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I rolled over some.
Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SE Project branding logo that's on here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand now, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at the
Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I rolled over some.
Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SE Project branding logo that's on here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand now, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at the
Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I rolled over some.
I told you.
Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SE Project branding logo that's on here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand now, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at the
Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I rolled over some.
Here we go. So last time I'm gonna let it run and then we get this started.
Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work.
Let's get that thumbs up, guys. We have 14 people in here for it so far. We only have 9 thumbs up. Might as well drop it in. SE Project branding logo that's on here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand now, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at the
Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I rolled over some.
What's good? Mike's in the building. Welcome to another Freestyle Sunday, everybody. Super excited for today's guest. I think pretty much everyone that's tuned in right now is going to be pretty excited for it, only because you know the deal. You've seen the name, you recognize who it is. It's already in the title, Downshift 83, a very well-known individual amongst the motovlogging community, the motorcycling community, pretty much overall. If you're into biking, you're on the internet, you're gonna know who this person is. So really dope. And we are gonna be doing things a little bit different, only because, as you guys know, Downshift does not show who he is, but Trust me, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Maybe he'll do a face reveal tonight. Let's see.
I know the fuck you lying.
He's already getting lit. And of course, we're gonna have a little bit of controversy for sure. I've been getting some feedback, and a lot of people have been saying that the stream is very clean, very clear, very positive.
Oh,
which
man,
is
I hate to break that to you, man. That shit gonna be off tonight. You losing sponsorships today.
Oh my god, man, this guy's gonna cost me money. Nah, never that, guys. We're gonna do what we do best, which is pretty much give a big shout out to our sponsors, motivationusa.com. That's been part of the channel and has been constantly supporting myself, my family, and of course you can see all the bikes that have accumulated over time. They've been a huge part of that, and they are the place to shop if you're looking for parts, accessories, exhaust, pretty much. You know, I know I ride Ducati, but pretty much all across the board, whatever you're looking for, these guys are the place to shop. It's not just a Ducati thing. You can get it for any of your bikes, especially for a bike like Downshift's favorite, an R1, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, he still has that bike, and that's one of his favorite, and I'm sure he'll kind of go over as to why everything else had to go and that bike always stayed. All right. But yeah, it's a great place to shop, man. I don't sell anything. I don't promote anything to anyone. I don't tell you guys to buy any merch or anything like that. But a really great way you might want to support the channel if you're looking for parts for your own bikes or merchandise or maybe tools. By doing that through our links here, it keeps the channel growing. It keeps more sponsors coming in and basically improves everything you're seeing. So yeah, would really appreciate it. And yeah, man, always a great place to go and get parts, man. All right, moving it along. Lastly, I want to make a quick little mention for Hard Knocks Coffee, guys. They are a brand that's owned by a motorcycle rider himself. He provides coffee for MotoGP. As you know, we made a pretty big connection when we went out to MotoGP this year. And they are a sponsor of the Freestyle Sunday live stream. You could buy coffee, gifts for friends and family, stuff like that. Perfectly fine. Miso, get out of here. And yeah, again, if you guys want to show love and support, you want to support what I do and the companies that support me, you could always use those links to actually shop for what you're looking for. All right. Awesome. Now that we got that through, I'll get it out the way. We always do that, and it's always worth it, guys. I'm telling you now, because this stuff does not come just out of pocket and nice and easy. So having other people that's providing support and helping it, making it work is always a great thing. And you guys are a huge, I'd say not huge, a major part of that, by the way. So we're going to do what we do best. Always greet every single person that's taking their part of their Sunday to come through and show love and support. Just gonna go through the live chat and basically highlight everybody real quick. We have Sazon Moto. I'm gonna say it correctly, man. He's in the building tonight, right? There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Pete Rock, aka Sazon Moto, is in the building. How is everyone? We're doing good. I'm excited, man, because let's just say I had the idea of bringing on Downshift for a while, and I was like, you know, just crunching my head on how to make this happen because he does not show himself, and I'm like, if there's one person I guess to get an exception, it would be this guy. So here we go. We have Solo Rider 82, all good here, Pete. Another great stream. Not looking forward to tomorrow. What's wrong with tomorrow? Because it's Monday. Mondays are good, man. The beginning of your week. It's when you get that money going. Let's get it. Donna Mains here was good, peeps. Oh man, I'm loving the turnout, man. Really, really awesome seeing you guys coming through tonight. We have the Fobra and OG. We have all the OGs coming through tonight. Really, really dope. The Fobra's in the building. Stick a bomb. You know what's so funny? I was cutting up clips for Downshift for his, since he doesn't show who he is, and I gotta figure out ways to keep this interesting and appealing to everyone, having clips being rolled. And I'm like, damn, there are so many names and faces that just completely disappeared, and it'd be a great talking point. But it's nice to see that people are still here and stuff. So we'll definitely touch base on that as well. We have Mike. What's up? Looking forward to tonight. This one, OG Downey. Yeah, man. As I mentioned to him, the name still rings bell, man. Let's see what we got here. We have Leomont 286, new name, new face. Guys, if you tune in for the first time, again, currently we have 21 people in the building. We have 12 thumbs ups. Let's make it happen. I'm not asking for much. That guy Kells out of New York. Love seeing him all the time. Randy's Reality. He was one of our past guests. Really dope to see him on here as well, guys. As you know, the night kind of progressed. More people tend to show up. So we will be going backtrack. If you guys have any questions, comments you want to throw up while we're having a conversation, feel free to drop them in. And we'll be able to kind of just touch base on them and reply to them. Yeah, super excited, man. So let's give our boy Downey a warm welcome, man.
What's going on, guys? First and foremost, welcome back with the motherfucking Resistance. What's going on, fucking fam?
Oh my goodness, dude! I'm so you know what's so funny? You know what? Let's run that back real quick, because you know what? Let's. I think it only warrants the proper intro here. All right, let's roll this Resistance clip, man. Really, really dope.
Old, this is classic.
This is classic, man. Had to roll
Classic.
that. Yo, you're calling it a classic. You might as well just walk us through that, man. So most likely that's going to be rocking as you're talking. That way we kind of keep things rolling, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, a big thing about the Resistance that I had was a lot of these people, unfortunately, most of them don't make videos anymore, like Leadpin. Still don't ask me how to pronounce her name. It's so the entire thing encompassed the entire community that we had as motorcycle enthusiasts, the people that watched YouTube, Instagram, all of these people coming together under one cause, as like an umbrella. Like the Resistance was a name to be able to put with the face of our group of individuals that just enjoyed going out. You know what I mean? Like going to a bike night, like the biggest one would be like I'd get stories from people saying that they went to a bike night not knowing anybody, and they would be able to talk to somebody because they saw a Resistance sticker on somebody else's bike and be like, oh shit, you know so-and-so and so-and-so, and they'd be like, yeah, and then they, you know, you've got somebody to ride with now. And that resonated really big with me, because I'm sure we'll get into it further, but I would move every 3 or 4 years, and I would have to meet new people to then figure out how to go ride with them. And if you had some sort of common bond immediately from the start, it was absolutely perfect form to be able to do that. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. You know what the thing is? I think that whole resistant movement was one of the initial ones that I saw. I think that was having a lot of steam, and it really encompasses everyone. So I think that what was super interesting about yours in the time frame of, you know, when everyone had their own setup, where it was more about pushing merch or raising money to get another bike or something like that. yours was always about the journey, really about riding. If you're into biking, really connecting all the dots. Like you said, you saw the full brown there. You saw Sticker. You saw pretty much everyone. Even what's her name? Something delicious, something like that. Like you said, yeah. Well,
yeah, but like I'm absolutely terrible at pronouncing that name, so I usually just go by Jess. But yeah, it like every single person that I mean, everybody that I knew. I mean, even Chase back in the day was repping Resistance stuff. You know what I mean? So it's just it was so many people that fully encompassed this, and it was amazing to be able to be a part of that and head that up for these guys.
Yeah, for me, I think it was super cool because, like I said, it wasn't. Yes, there was some merch in it, some stickers and stuff, but people were really buying it to honor the, you know, being part of it, really throwing it on their bikes and like, oh, you have the Resistance sticker. So that was super cool. So I had to kind of, you know, really actually roll this out and just really start from that point on. But you've been in the game for a super, super long time, man. Just walk us through that.
Oh, shit. So, I mean, technically my first YouTube video mini viral, and it had nothing to do with motorcycles. I threw an Xbox 360 off of a 2-story building because it got the red ring of death. And then, like, you got to realize, like, I started this channel, it says 2007, but I didn't really start riding until 2008, and I was stationed in Sicily. So not only did I have nobody really there to teach me how to ride, but I had nobody there. Like, YouTube was still infantile. Like, there's the people that had cameras in their helmets for motorcycling was so few and far between. It was a birth of something from like nothing. And I consider myself like a second gen vlogger. The first guys that were doing it were obviously Bilma on Live. I can't even fucking remember the website. And then obviously you had More Death 13, which is another classic individual that had started this way before I did. And I mean, we had to make shit work. There weren't action cameras back then. I had to take a camera that had a telescoping lens, cut a hole in a shitty helmet that I had just to be able to film like these wheelie tutorials that I had. And I was filming these to learn, because back then YouTube didn't have people taught wheelies. There weren't videos on how to do it. And since I was learning, I was like, well, let me figure this shit out and film it at the same time. By
the way, I just have to quickly cut you off. Rest in peace to Bilma. I didn't know him, but the Fulber always said very positive things about him, and I know he passed away. So again, a lot of people has been part of this game. I don't think it had anything to do with motorcycles, but he's just no longer around anymore. Just out of respect, wanted to say that. But yeah, I you know, for me, it's just really, really interesting watching some of your videos. You know, the funny thing is, while I'm ripping some of these videos to just have them for the interview and stuff like that, they're not even like HD. They're like, some of them I have to stretch them or like up-res them to make them look reasonable to actually run them. So this is how long you've been contributing to this, you know, niche market, actually.
Yeah, since about 2008 is when I started. I started riding April 2nd, 2008 on a brand new 2008 ZX6R that I bought from Germany and had shipped down to Sicily where I was at. So yeah, I've been doing vlogging or motovlogging since 2008. It's been a while.
So I'm assuming you've met a lot of people and interact with a lot of people, and I'm seeing that there's a lot of people you're super cool with still. Even Stickerbomb is here. You've always done some really cool projects with him, with some other very interesting. I think Misfit is pretty tight with as well. Any falling out with, not to name names or anything like that, any falling out with, let's say, people or things that didn't work out to what you expected to be, because based on what you were building with the Resistance, it's all about coming together. Whether you know how it is, you go to college or whatever, a good friend or from high school, you don't see them for 10 years, but then when you bump into them, it's almost like yesterday. So anything that didn't pan out.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, like DeFobra mentioned in the chat over here, Z Magic 97 and Rebel Yell 91. I'm correcting him. both of those guys I haven't seen in a very long time. I don't know what Rebel Yell's doing, but I still watch Z-Magic. He's got a family, he's got kids. He doesn't do videos anymore. He was doing that, I think, if I'm not mistaken, through college. And, you know, I'd met up with them once, but I mean, I still love seeing these people like and what they're doing on a day-to-day basis. I still meet up and talk to Rhino Ride, and like shit, I lived with him for a couple years as well. So like a lot of guys I have absolutely no problem getting back into, you know, talking to them and shooting the shit with them, even if I haven't seen them in fucking years.
Let me ask you something. What do you think happened with motovlogging? Because it seems like there was a big surge of everyone being very excited, people grabbing bikes, and the R6, of course, was like the thing everybody has to get kind of thing.
I fucking hate the R6.
You better don't say that, man. You're a big yammy guy. So.
Well, I mean, the new look looks fantastic, but the old one has a fucking dick in its forehead. Yo, I hate the older R6. They're just like, man, they're just like Gixxers. They didn't do shit for 10 years.
Yo, he's Yamaha through and through. Don't listen to him. He's Yamaha through and through no matter what. What do you think happened to all these people, man? I mean, I always speculate with personal friends and stuff like that. What do you think happens, you know, to your Jaspers, the Misfits, to the, you know what I mean? It's just, even somebody like Do It Dan is somewhat MIA now, right? I'd say.
I mean, you got to realize that life happens. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. This isn't an easy thing to keep up with. People think it's easy. I mean, yeah, you can throw a camera on a helmet and just go, but it takes hours upon hours upon hours to edit footage, and it takes a lot of time. So you really have to like doing this shit to be able to produce content and just go. So some of these people, like they're, if you're not doing it to have fun, you have to, like, there has to be some form of income along the way. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't just expect it to work. I don't know if that makes sense.
No.
So I mean, like, some of these people will just like dip out because they don't have the time or they don't have the ability to continue doing this kind of stuff if they have to provide, you know, an income for their family. And I totally understand that.
Which I'm glad you kind of brought this up, only because it's something I think I struggle with my own personal channel as well, which I have a very good time with. By the way, my dog thinks I'm playing fetch. Every time I look down, she brings like a toy, and I'm like, gotta throw it in between takes and stuff. That's one of the benefits of moving the stream from the garage to a cooled office where I can kind of chill a little bit. So she gets to be
Sometimes
a little.
It's too hot. I'm not doing this shit in my garage.
Oh my God.
9 degrees in there right now. I'd be sweating my balls off. Thank you.
Yeah, man, it's nasty in there. So I'm like, I have to, if I want to keep this going, I have to be in a cool and relaxed area where I can kind of chill or whatever. But yeah, it's a very compromising place to be, I think, when you're throwing money at this. You have your bike. I mean, granted, most people don't buy the bike for this stuff. They just happen to be like, oh, I have a bike. Motorvlogging might be cool. And it starts from there. But then, you know, then you start going out to record clips. You have to start getting better cameras, you know, doing certain things. At some point, you're just pouring money into a pit. You know, you have to make a decision kind of thing. So,
well, I mean, nobody really understands how much money actually goes into this shit. Like, I just bought all new camera equipment and just trying to figure out how to set up audio and all of this other crap again. And it's expensive. So like, you pick up a new Cena, it's fucking expensive. You pick up a new GoPro, it's expensive. I just picked up a 360 camera, that's expensive. You know what I mean? I have a drone too, so I'm looking at almost $2,000 in equipment just for fuck. So it takes a serious investment, and it's not like you can just throw on a camera and be able to stand out from the crowd. You have to do above and beyond. Like, I bought a drone after I started seeing Fastlane D's videos, because this dude's throwing like drone footage in the middle of his shots, and it's absolutely stunning. And I'm just like, fuck, if I'm gonna get back into this, I need to step my own game up.
Yo, you know what's so funny? You mentioned Fastlane. If you look at some of the older videos of you probably meet up in Atlanta and stuff, he's been there.
Yeah.
He was young. He was mad young. Like, people didn't spot who he is until now. I mean, he's been grinding.
No, he didn't
for a
have
bit
any
too.
fucking muscles back then either. he was tiny.
Yeah.
Tiny. This dude's fucking jacked. I'm like, you piece of shit.
Yo, it's super interesting. But you know what? That's really dope, because we're talking about something that you were a part of, or at least helped build. Now you're seeing, like, it's almost like seeing the fruit of your labor. Like, you know what I mean? It's like him being along, and I don't even know where I fit into this piece, really. I don't know if I was part of this gen or like after, but all I know is I wanted to be creative and do like interesting stuff on a motorcycle. Which,
and that's the base of everything. If you happen to be able to make it, then you make it. If you don't, then I mean, as long as you're still doing it for fun. I still know of people that make videos and make content on like the daily, and they get like 1 2 3 views for their videos, and that's just the way it is, unfortunately. But I mean, fuck their titling, and sometimes their videos are boring as fuck. I don't want to be too harsh, but I mean that's really what it boils down to. I mean, even my videos are boring as fuck sometimes. Nobody wants to hear a motovlogger talk all god the entire time. That's why some of these people that blow up are because of like serious incidents. Like, you'll have like case in point when Chase wrecked the Panigale. Like, his channel absolutely exploded after that because it was just a viral video that by chance he was able to capitalize on. But I mean, like, going out and purposefully doing stupid shit, you see that all the time, and that's what happens on what's that video or that channel's name is like it always starts with what a day, what a lovely day. You know what I mean? It's just like all of those videos are people doing absolutely dumb shit or getting wrecked all the time. And like, yeah, you can get big from doing that shit, but I mean, at what cost? Like, you could lose your life.
well, you know, the funny thing is, by the way, I'm gonna say this right now. Downshift is absolutely guilty for one of my biggest video in the very beginning, which was my cop video. I think it has millions of views at this point. To the point, I was very stubborn when I was doing this. I'm like, nah, I want to do creative stuff. I want to do something that's very appealing and very cinematic and storytelling. I had this whole idea of how I wanted to be a motovlogger and transcend being a motovlogger. Hence, none of that shit worked. So here we are, creating new paths, doing streams and stuff like that. But I remember you reaching out to me, or I think I might have reached out to you. One or the other, we started talking anyway. You were like, nah, you need to keep that fucking video up. You know, you got to keep that up. You can't remove this video. And I was getting so pissed of all the interaction. And granted, I had no understanding of YouTube, of how it works and how to go viral, or how do you capitalize off something negative to make it positive or to get it more views. And you're like, nah, you need to keep this shit up. And I just kind of like avoided the comments at this point, and I'm like explaining to people and just, but yeah, that was the reason why this video lives on my channel till this day. Actually, I would go out to Manhattan, people would be like, yo, you're the cop guy, right? I've seen that. Some might have seen it recently, some might have seen it 5 years ago. That's just wild. So it's just, that's why it's there. But the reason why I'm kind of mentioning this, you guys might see me looking down, but it's probably because I'm kind of working on things as I'm going. You made a quick note here mentioning boring videos. Funny thing is, after all these years of me doing things, when we mention somebody like a Fastlane D or some of the people that's current now that are doing really well, yeah, I'd say Killer Cam would be one of those also. They have a very good understanding. You know, I was more stubborn, I think, when I started doing this. And I'm finally understanding what makes a boring video, or what makes make a video not boring. Can you explain that a little bit? I just want to hear your take on it, and I'll give mine.
So, your initial 30 seconds are the biggest thing that you have when you are trying to grab somebody's attention, because you got to realize now you have shit like TikToks and Instagrams and stuff like that, where if you lose somebody's attention within the first 6 seconds, they're not going to keep watching. So you have to have an attention grabber from the very start, or you have to have a cult following that's going to watch regardless, kind of like Do It With Dan or Chase or some of those guys that are very well established, where their people are going to watch no matter what. But to be able to go into a new video, you have to have an attention grabber. And that's when I believe this was probably over a decade ago. I don't even know when I started doing this shit, but an intro that you have for your videos is very important because that could be the very beginning of your videos to grab somebody's attention in what they might be able to expect to see moving forward watching your video. You know what I mean?
Do you think that was something that everyone was privy to? Only certain people kind of had an inclination that that's what you're supposed to do? Because like I said before, I just started figuring out what's a good video. I've gone through my channel, really watching it outside of myself. Because I think as creators sometimes, or writers, when we do something, we always look at it this way. It's awesome. Whether you're pumping your gas or you're putting your gloves on, it's like slow-mo. It's like, yeah, that's cool. Because in your head, you're picturing it that way. But to most people, it's like, what the fuck? It's killing time. So I'm just learning a lot of this.
Shit, even like, dude, even when motovlogging was infantile, everybody was putting on their gloves. Oh my God, there was 30 seconds of motherfuckers putting on their gloves, and I'm just like, God. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I love when people send me their videos and be like, hey man, what do you think? And I'm like, yeah, let me check it out. And it's literally 30 seconds of them putting on their gloves. And I'm like, okay, now I can start scrubbing. I was so thankful when YouTube started making the change to the app on the phone to where I could just start tapping to go past it. I'm just like, fuck, man, hurry up.
Yeah, but
so like it's even me, because it's just like I've been quote unquote out of the game for so long that I've become a viewer instead of a content creator. I'm more of a consumer than a creator. I'm just now trying to get back into the creator aspect.
But you know what's sad about this whole thing? I've been doing this for years, and you've been doing this for years. And I always kind of mention this. I feel like information is like, I mean, Grant, this is not like to blame anyone. I think it's up to you to kind of figure things out or learn it or kind of make this work or not. It's after years and years. I mean, Ebe has always been pretty cool to me. No issues. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what is all this? Yes, it is really well shot, very well produced. Nobody wants to see this shit. Nobody knows you. And it was like that really harsh, you know. And one of the mistakes I think I've made, right? I filter some of my videos with my wife, right? And you know how it is. Whether you have a wife or your girlfriend, whatever it is, it's very difficult for her to be like, nah, that's kind of whack. You know, because she loves you or whatever, if she does.
Yeah. So
everything's going to look fine. So I started really watching my videos very like clear, like as somebody on the outside, like, this just kind of slow. Or this is kind of like, And of course, as I mentioned, Eve mentioned this to me, like, what is all this? This gotta go, this gotta go, this gotta go. And it's like having that really rough exterior and being able to hear that and understand. And sometimes some people don't explain this stuff well, so it comes off kind of harsh for no reason.
I mean, it really depends on the video that you're trying to produce. If you're looking for something that's fast-paced and you're looking for something that is obviously attention-grabbing and stuff like that, then yeah, like you might want to get rid of some of the slow shots that takes away from the pace of the video. But I mean, if it actually has meaning, you know what I mean? It's sometimes leaving it in is great. And then, oh my God, like, so you're talking about like cinematic videos. I still fucking love the comments about people that talk about Bridges Ago. Now,
stop talking about that. I was gonna roll that next after you finish your comment. That was
I'll stop.
After your statement, I was gonna roll that in because I want to kind of juxtapose. That's where we were kind of leading the conversation. By the way, guys, we might as well roll this while we're here anyway, and then we'll just right back to the conversation. I want you guys to see this. This was one of my favorite videos that Downshift and Mischief. Yeah. Produced, and there was a couple of other people on there. Oh my God. Let's pull this up.
Mischief, Fitness, Jester, and Salt the Wound. Before Salt the Wound even knew how to fucking wheelie. This was fucking
shit.
Awesome.
So he's in this too. That's wild. Okay, cool.
Yep. I hated his bike.
There we
don't
go.
Tell him I said that though.
Sorry guys, looks like I didn't pre-prep this all the way and it didn't play the audio from jump. Let's do it again. Oh my god.
Yo, Mischief.
Hey, is it time?
Yeah, dude, hey, the bridge is a go. Text the guys.
Hands down the best part.
supremacy is unrestrained.
This is one of the videos that totally has changed the game, in my opinion. I think it's probably the beginning of cinematic pieces, I'd say. Right? Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. We had such a blast filming that video. Like, and to be honest, that isn't even my video. It's not on my channel.
No.
That's Mischief's video.
Yes.
And that's like the best thing about it is still associated with being my video, and I get no fucking views off of it.
Yeah.
I love sending people to that video because it is a benchmark for a plot line and a like absolute execution of a story. It is so fucking perfect. I loved A Bridges Ago and how we did it. Keep playing it in the background. Don't play this shit.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah,
You like... All right, hold on. I'll throw it on. Oh my God, he's like throwing back. He is wild right now. Go ahead, you're good. By the way, I'm glad you mentioned this. I'm gonna ask a few questions. So you know what? Let's run that back, and I want to be able to kind of dissect this a little bit. So you guys showing that you have sponsors on this. So I'm assuming you guys work with Sport Bike Track Gear. Did they either provide stuff?
You say you guys. Like I said, this isn't my video.
Oh,
this is Mischief's video.
Okay, so I can't even ask you, was this like paid for sponsorship? Because you know how it is.
No. Yeah, this is not something that we got money off of.
Oh,
this was literally there was no compensation whatsoever for this.
Ooh.
It was just a bunch of dudes that went to go have fucking fun and destroy the Skyway Bridge in Tampa. It was absolutely amazing. And like, here's the thing, it goes back to this fucking thing. You don't get paid for YouTube. This was legitimately just for fun.
And by the way, was this a drone you guys were actually using for this? Because during that time, I don't think
there
was no drones around. So let's walk me through that.
Sure wasn't. So Mischief stole that shit. He stole this shot. Like he just found videos and just like, yeah, I'm just gonna take these and throw them into my video.
You know what it is? Here's the funny thing is, I would not even say this is like stolen content. Because here's the funny thing. This was probably way ahead of its time, personally, what I'm doing. I'm looking at it from in this perspective. Because now you have a whole industry of you finding clips like this that are uploaded on the server. You could just pay for a monthly fee and then have access to it. So technically, the same exact thing here. Really, really dope.
Yeah.
Now, so there was no money exchanged.
No money was exchanged. We did not get paid for this. This was actually on the 4th of July weekend. Nothing was paid for this.
Holy shit.
Nothing was paid for this.
Wait. So why you guys threw up sponsored by them?
You say you guys. Like I said, this isn't my video.
All right, cool. Then we got to talk with Mischief here. Because, you know, here's what's happening right now, guys. This is like forever promotion for a major company. You know what I mean? Whether...
Yes.
And that's the beauty of things.
I like Sport Bike Track Gear. They're okay. They're not a bad company. But, oh, by the way, that's not Mischief riding his bike. That's Jester.
Oh, my goodness. I'm telling you, the whole thing is really cool. I think it was really ahead of its time. I love this shot a lot. I remember seeing this, and I think this is what really made... You guys have no... You know, here's the funny thing. You guys have no idea what you've done with this piece of content. We have Doritos in the back. We have Mountain Dew. You have like all major brands. And I think this is just like being very young, very excited, just being passionate about riding. You don't see what's happening. Viewing this stuff now, it's like, holy shit, this could have been like a major piece, like where everybody could have eaten off of kind of thing. So
nobody cared, because here's the thing. It goes back to it. All it was fucking fun. That's all it was. It was fun.
Yeah. I guess good intentions, right? You want to have a good time, and then you just do things. Look at Dainese got a piece of this, and believe it or not, I'm gonna say this now. Not that I'm gonna say that you guys are the sole reason why, but that Icon helmet really fell into the space of being iconic with motovloggers, and I don't know who was the first person with the.
I'll take 100%. I will take 100% credit for that. I have a video that goes back fucking over a decade. I will take full 100% credit for the fucking variant, especially with a Warhawk, for fucking people in that, and the bullshit fucking toast exhaust that everybody fucking loves on the R1. I'll take credit for even that. But I mean, yeah, I like the variant was the step above everything. That if you wanted a fucking cool helmet that you don't see out and about and around town, that was the variant.
Yeah, I think it really, and I've always said this before, Icon has always been a very big force in the industry, but I personally feel...
I used to.
Wait a minute, let me finish my thoughts, man. What the fuck? Oh my God. He's
Sorry,
like
man, my
losing
bad.
his shit.
My bad.
So, I believe Icon is in the same space that Rock is in at the moment. But I think with the help of motovloggers and videos like this, has really managed to build a brand to like put it in a space where it's really respected now. It's not like people thinking, oh, you know, it can't compete with Shoei or Aeriel or whatever, which is what Rock is going through, like dealing with those hardships. And hence why they're trying to build that connection with like vloggers and content creators. And now you start seeing a lot of big names doing I think, at least for me, I think I've seen the Warhawk. You were the first person I've seen it with. Then I saw you do it with Dan's, and then even Fastlane D at some point he did it as well. So I think that was my first initial reaction seeing that. So I think those are all little cool things. But I personally, two companies I could say that was built off motovloggers back from the OG old time would be Cena.
100%.
And then Icon. I can't say Icon completely. They're their own company, but a lot of their publicity was really done by motovloggers for free.
Very true. Very true. Very true. I think Icon did a really good job with like. Here's the thing: during those periods of time, they made the products that we needed as motorcyclists to not only function but fucking look amazing. Unfortunately, and I found this out recently, they fired the CEO because evidently he didn't have full majority of his company anymore. And I'm not going to release the video that I made bashing them, but now it's run by a bunch of hipsters. I'm just going to say that. And I have some serious problems with their design team because it looks like straight up asshole. And why I haven't bought a new variant, because they look like straight up asshole.
So you know,
since I'm not releasing a video, I might as well just do it on the live.
Oh my God, he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna do it on your show. I'll just do it right on your channel.
I'm just gonna bash. I'm gonna bash the company that I've spent over $30,000 on fucking channel.
Oh my God! Listen, Icon, if you want to cut me a check, listen. I'm not with him.
Look, don't get me wrong. I love Icon, but there's a lot of things that I think that they could improve on their product. Now, there was a point in time when they did ask me for input, and I gave it to them. And they took some of it, and they didn't take other parts of it. And I'm very disappointed because if you guys Google domain decay, there's a helmet called the domain decay.
All right, come on.
And I have been begging.
Say hi to everybody.
Icon.
You're done?
What's up, pup?
Say hi.
I've been begging Icon to bring back the domain decay, at least the graphics, forever. And they haven't. So that's just like one example that I have.
Well, you know, I guess Icon is a public company. I guess I'm just figuring this out now. But if the owner, the CEO, was in full ownership of it, that's most likely was public, and they had investors and stuff. But here's the thing, though. I thought they were building a lot of connection with motovloggers and really getting comfortable with becoming a household name with like motovlogging and seeing. I mean, let's be real. I think the two faces here, and just to name names here, I guess was because Chase doesn't rock Icon anymore, right?
Yeah, he switched.
Yeah. So it was Chase and you, really. No, actually, can't say two, three. Chase, you, and Yummy, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So you had the red versus blue, and then you had the carbon and stuff. And man, they made a very cool product, and I think it was very enticing to people that are in the age range of 18 to 26, or if you're in college. And it encompasses this thing about motorcycle that's cool, right? outside
Yes,
of the riding
yeah.
itself. It's like I said, it's almost just like what how do you call it? Like Ruroc is doing right now, you know. And I think Ruroc is struggling a little bit because it's been done with Icon.
Yes, but I mean, there are also a lot of bad press. I have not gotten my hands on one yet. I will say that I have, as of yesterday, ordered one. But I mean, to be perfectly honest, I like the design. So I mean, yeah, I ordered a Ruroc. There's no Icon helmets that they have currently that, one, I don't have, or two, that I want. So I did not order another Icon helmet. I mean, fuck, I even switched to Simpson because I couldn't get a Ruroc at the time because their shipping was absolute dog shit.
Well, they've gotten a lot better with this stuff. By the way, we do have their, I think their marketing team tend to pull up in the stream every now and then and stuff like that. So if you are in there, reach out to Downshift. He'll most likely definitely do a great video, at least give you some great feedback on it. And from what I'm told, the latest edition is really, really well done to speak to that. So
yeah, and I promise I won't cut it in half like somebody else did that they gave one to.
Oh my!
So,
don't start shit, man. This guy is straight starting shit with people. So Gears and Gadget.
Why? Fuck that.
Listen, Gears and Gadget got his Ruroc helmet and cut it in half, and just to kind of show. Granted, I think it's a cool video. I think it's a good video. You know, he's very candid about stuff, talking about, you know, pros and cons, you know, areas of opportunity. And I think, to be honest, I think all of the negative press that Ruroc got was a good thing. It made them to light a fire on their ass, and they quickly started making changes and really started stepping it up. They thought they were going to create a cool design, lots of great imagery, great promo, and a subpar helmet, and get far. But they soon quickly realized, hey man, these guys are not just moto vloggers, they're not just content creators, they're not just looking for free stuff, which I think at some point that was a thing in our community. Now people are just like, listen, this is not it. So they were able to make changes within 2 years and really brought it to the point where it's a good helmet now, from what I'm told.
Honestly, to be able to take a product and make the changes and get it to the customers in a 2-year span is very fast. Because let's just say this: I knew about the variant. Actually, no, I knew about the Air Flight 5 years before it dropped. And
oh, wow.
I said I liked it. So I knew about the Air Flight 5 years. So it took them 5 years from R&D to actual production. So it definitely took them a while. So for a company like Ruroc to do it in 2 years, that's really fast. And like I said, I haven't gotten my hands on it yet, and I will soon if they ship from the United States now, like I think they are. So, I mean, if they got rid of their shipping constraints, then they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. I don't know about their jackets or anything like that because I have nothing to speak on it. But I mean, like I said, I like the design of their helmets.
All right.
It's a more aggressive looking Simpson to me, and I have 2 Simpsons right now, which is more than a fucking Ruroc.
Hold on, let me hold that thought for a second. I'm just gonna pull up the chat. There's a couple of people that came in as well. And also just want to say hello to everybody. Guys, by the way, if you see that I'm looking down or the other way, it's because I'm like monitoring a lot of stuff, making sure everything goes smooth. Not that I'm being rude. I don't have like a producer doing the techie stuff on the back end, so I'm kind of like on all fronts here. We'll be pulling up some comments right above here. I know there was a comment here for Downshift. Also, I wanted to give a special thank you to Solo Rider 82 for the super chat. Thank you, sir. It's always welcome. And also, who else did drop a super chat? It was Ducati Fam Florida. Dude, you in Florida? Hit up Downshift, man. Go out for a ride with him, man. Good people.
I think he said he was in Jacksonville, if I'm looking at the chat right, but I mean,
yes, sir.
Nobody knows me anymore because I ride a fucking piece of shit cruiser.
Dude, calm down. Oh my god, he's so dramatic, man. What's good, Travis Silver? By the way, guys, we do have 34 people currently on the chat. If you're enjoying the conversation, I'd appreciate if you hit the thumbs up. Your boy's struggling here with the algorithm, trying to play this game. You know what I mean? It doesn't hurt, so that definitely
Honestly,
helps.
I see a lot of my fucking fam and homies in this chat.
Yes, sir. I see
Travis has been with
Sapo.
me for a long time. Sapo's awesome.
He's
You've
OG
got
too.
Yep, Sapo is awesome. I'm telling you, dude. You even got Liquid Ice up there somewhere.
Dude, Ducati pilots in the building also.
Yep.
Who else we got? We got quite a few people, man. Really a lot of people coming, tuning in. Guys, always appreciate it, seriously. And Danny, I really appreciate you coming through, man. I know it's taking part of your... He actually has his own little show he posts up. He actually canceled his to be on here, so thank you, sir. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I love my super classy Sundays, but I mean, to be able to get onto your channel and do a live stream and be able to have instant feedback from some of these people, it's fantastic.
Yo, you talking crazy right now, man. He's like 100,000 subs, man. He's
No, he's
wildin'.
not. I've lost 100,000. I just have the play button. It's
Dude,
not,
we're gonna
I'm not
backtrack
at
to
100,000. I don't have 100,000 no more.
that. Yo, you always be 100,000 in my eyes, dude. You hit
They
it
better
already.
send me a new play button.
We have Georgia Grow Guy was good, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Power Moto also tuned in as well. So what else? Mega Kane 84. I found Downshift 83's channel through B-Wom's channel. Oh, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, that's Billy.
Yo, you know what's cool though?
That's Bilma.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you what's cool. Okay, I've been gone from YouTube for about 2.5 years because of family events and stuff like that, and I'm climbing from a hole to get back just where I was. And I know you just started uploading again because, oh, by the way, guys, you have to salute Downey. He's in the Navy, guys. So,
No, he's not. He's fucking retired. I am not in the
Oh
Navy
my God,
anymore.
calm down.
I am not in. Do not put that shit on me.
Yo,
no
he
more.
won't
I'm-
shut up. He will
I'm
not shut up.
done.
Let me give him some flowers for a second. Nothing. He won't even do that.
All right, fine. My bad.
For his service, please. You know what I mean? We still gotta show love and support for that, man. Come on. It doesn't matter if you're out of the game now. The work that's been done, the years you've put in, that's still appreciated by me and a lot of other people, and I'm sure a lot of people did not know this. So hats off to you, man. That takes a lot. I mean, shit. I'm not gonna front. I wouldn't go to the Navy, so you know it takes another level of caliber of person to actually put their own life at risk for others. So I appreciate that. Now take your flowers and shut up.
All right, I got him. I'm gonna go chop him up and put him in some water.
Let's see what else we got. I know there was a question up here that I wanted to pull up. It was for both of us. Ducati Pilot 2 favorite pass. Ducati Pilot 2. Two of my favorite past and present Ducati owners. Yeah, hopefully we can get Ducati. We can get Downey back on the Ducati, but I think on a V4 you'd be happy. But
Yeah, I've been don't fucking man. I've been looking, but I
Dude.
got other projects. I got other projects that cost about the same as a V4. So fuck.
yo, I could see you on a V4 and you would love it. Hold on here. There was a good question here. I'm trying to find it. Actually, that's so funny. Solo Rider 82 mentioned here. I kind of want to pull up some burnouts at the gym watching these clips. Yeah, man, it's that exciting. We have 608 Mafia. Guys, by the way, there's a lot of people that I've never seen here. If you're watching the channel, if you want to sub to my channel, that'd be very appreciative. If not, man, enjoy the stream and hit the thumbs up. That's always good too. But I do produce other stuff outside of the Freestyle Sunday stream. So let's see what else we got. I know there's a couple more here I saw. I'm trying not to wait till the last minute to read these because they get so far up in so many of them. Let me see. Solo Rider 82 mentioned here the way the Red Bull got thrown. I'm sure they walked. Oh my God.
Funniest scene. Absolutely funniest scene.
Let's see here. Lamont 206. The whole reason I'm an Icon fanboy is because of Downshift.
Yup.
Yeah, man, these are big deals, and I'm sure some of these companies know. We have Apollo XB here also. Downshift driving Rurock another, giving Rurock. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
My mouse was there. I couldn't read the G. Giving Rurock another chance. Yeah, man, I saw you had a little difficult time with that too. 608 Media. I bought all my Icon gear because of Downshift. He should have gotten a cut from all these sales. If you guys would like to see some of this, I have a little bit of an insight regarding, I guess, business dealings with companies and how we could do a back end stuff. If you guys want to see a conversation regarding stuff like this, I can definitely bring someone on that we can kind of touch base on. A lot of this stuff is not secret or anything, but it's just, since this business is always on the back end and it's kind of quiet, but I try to have the channel as open as possible and at least try to give something, because early on with my channel's motor vlogging, showing good times, I try to have something to give back to the people spending their time watching. So let's see what else we got here. D Fresh is in the building. Wow, it's been a minute. Oh my goodness, man. Sickness 707. Man, we have a lot of people here, guys. Please don't get upset if I don't see your name, if I didn't read something, so I apologize ahead of time. Michael, been following Downey before. The resistance stickers from another DD214 holder to another. Cheers. Yeah, man. You
Cezanne dropped a fucking bomb ass question down a little bit further.
Where? If you could spot it before, just let me know. Let me see. Cezanne. I wish there was a filter here I could kind of just pull up, like specific.
Scroll down.
How far down is it? Sorry, guys. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Cezanne Moto. Did he face any challenges with not showing his face, and did he ever consider showing his face at some point? That is funny thing is, that's the question I was looking for.
Yep, that is a fantastic fucking question, and I will absolutely not show my face. Now, as far as the challenges go, with my prior job of being in the military, right, I could have faced repercussions for said content of all the videos that you just saw, and possibly gotten separated out. So I took a sabbatical for like 3 years because I had to dedicate the time to making sure that I was going to be able to retire. And I knew that if I had kept doing dumber and dumber shit, that that shit would have just gotten caught up with me. Now, I can't speak for the other individual that to mention because I don't have the whole story. However, I do know that Max Wrist was in the military, and he did videos very similar to what I did, and he ended up getting separated from the military for his videos. So I feel like I did a good job keeping my big mouth shut at what I did for the past 20 years. So, I mean, like, to be honest, anybody that's in the military, if you plan on making videos or writing or doing anything, that any of that shit can be used against you for your job. So if you do make videos, make damn sure that nobody fucking knows that you're making them where you work, and make damn sure that nobody knows what to do in those videos, because it can fuck you up.
So I'm actually glad this came up, and it was a very good question. I was going to use it as a transition so we could talk about this. About career, people mixing up their career and then risking their license. Like, one of my biggest fears, really, I mean, I got a few tickets on motor vlogging and stuff like that, and of course I had that the viral police video, and to be honest, it definitely struck fear in like me losing my license. I'm like, I really like writing, I really like doing certain things. I don't see that anything that I would be able to do on YouTube warrants me rolling that dice ever again, kind of thing. So I mean, it's a tough spot.
Face, job, name, license plates, addresses, any of that shit you need to shut the fuck up about and just not show it or post it.
There was another guy who got in really serious situation. He was out of Florida. If anybody in the live chat know his name, just let me know. I don't remember. Something Florida. He was doing like really aggressive stuff in Florida streets and like reacting to people and touching people's hands when they were out the window.
I know who it is.
What's his name?
It is RPS TV.
Yes. Damn.
And I'll give you a guess if he knows who I am on YouTube.
Oh.
He doesn't. I'll just say it. He doesn't know who the fuck I am. But yeah, fuck me, right?
Yo,
But I know him. I know him. He doesn't know me. It's okay.
Yo.
I'm not butthurt.
Downey, you can't be that way, man. You've been gone for a long time, brother. Now you're coming back. You're uploading, and the beauty thing. Here's a beautiful thing about your channel. I started making that point a little bit earlier. I said I was gone for about 2.5 years. I'm starting from the ground up again and really getting really little views. It doesn't discourage me because I understand what's happening, and I know I'm starting all over again, and it's a reach. That's fine. But the beauty is you started uploading maybe not too long ago. You still have people coming through still showing love. Look right now on the stream.
Oh,
the
yeah.
people that needs to know
all these
know.
guys are fucking awesome.
So,
all these guys are awesome.
you know, I'd say definitely be grateful for that, man. I mean, you know what I mean? I think, you know, you've always been creative and you've always been very, very honest about what you're doing. Pretty candid about everything. And that's what worked for your channel. And people like that, the genuineness. So, and they're still viewing. So, you know, at some point, you know, it'll get back to what it was.
Yep. Eventually. I mean, I'm not sweating it, and I'm not worried about it because, like I've said previously, even in this stream, it's all about fucking doing it for fun. Like I am not coming into this being like, oh man, if I don't make like 6 figures a year just from YouTube, I'm quitting. No, I'm doing this for fun because that's how I've been doing it, and I'm just now able to get back to doing it. I had to take that break.
Yeah, but now that you're out of the service, right? Maybe now that things could change because there's a lot more opportunities now. There's a lot more companies that's willing to cut a check or at least work with talent, depending on the path you want to go. I think, again, there's a lot of people that's doing very well now. I mean, it's really thanks to what a lot of some of the original people did. I mean, it's almost like hip hop. Like, you know, I'm just referencing them.
Right.
Some of the people that started and they did all the cool stuff, they're broke, right? And then now you have some of the new guys that are barely doing anything of significance. You're cutting the checks. So, you know, it's a matter of where you want to be. And again, you know, that's one thing you've always shared with me, even from the beginning when there was no money involved. You was like, yeah, I just like doing this for fun. You've always said this, and you've always, you know, reiterated every time we talk. You're like, yeah, I just want to have a good time with it and stuff like that. So.
Well, I mean, here's the thing is I'm not going to change just for a check. You know what I mean? Like if a company wants to work with me, it's because, you know, they see the type of content that I produce, and they should know going into it that I don't hold my tongue. I am about as real as you can fucking get. And I have no problem telling people exactly what I see and how it is. And a lot of companies don't like that, and I don't fault them for that, but at the same time I'm not going to change for them.
I don't think they dislike that. So here's the thing, I don't think companies dislike somebody being candid or being honest or saying certain things. I think I guess we could use this as an example. For example, I know some major, I guess I won't say specifically, I know some major brands that's been part of the motovlogging community that actually grew up with the audience and some of the creators, and then when it was time to kind of cut a check and kind of say, hey, oh, it's time to work because everything's going well, they shun a lot of the content that got them popular because they have like a corporate image.
Yes.
It's kind of, you know, it's not like a bad thing for the vloggers or the creators and for the company. I can see it from both perspectives. I work in a professional world, so I can understand both sides.
Yes.
Because one person that's going around just being vulgar or doing whatever they want or being, you know, ludicrous in the road can't warrant hundreds of thousands of people that you could reach. You know what I mean? You can't, when you weigh everything in, you can't be like, nah, you know what? We're just going to avoid 1 million people for one guy.
Yes.
That's the tough part, and I think, at least from my perspective, I can understand it to that nature. But, you know, again, it's one of those things. If you don't want to change certain things about what you do or the way you are, there's other outlets. People will support you. Like, look, people are in the chat now. Some people drop super chats and stuff. You know what I mean? We don't have to do anything specific. You could do Patreons. You could do specifics. But I think, you know, I would like to see you succeed, continue doing this, because you've been in the game for a long time. I think it's only right that where it's due, it gets it. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, who else deserves it, I would say, in my opinion.
I mean, I understand and I agree with you. But like I said, I'm not putting all my eggs in this basket of YouTube. I'm ensuring that I have a job, a real job still, and making sure that I can provide for the fun things that I want to do and the things that I have. So, like, there's no way to be able to take a break to dedicate fully doing daily videos. I mean, I probably could have after I got military, but I mean, there's bills that have to get paid. So it has to be for fun until something comes along. But I mean, I'm not going to be seeking it out like on my own and as it is. I'm not gonna do that.
By the way, that guy with RSTV, I was just reading the comments as you were answering. Yo, the media went to his house, like the regular news went to his house and everything.
Yeah,
and the cops showed up and everything.
He shows his face. He has a license plate on his bike, which is legal.
Mm-hmm.
And he I don't know if he's shown his address or anything like that, but I mean, it's not a good plan if you decide that you want to do illegal shit.
Well, I don't even think you have to show everything. All it takes is one person that doesn't like you or someone that's a little envious of you. They'll rat you out. There was another guy that was like, I think down south for Atlanta. He was a police officer himself. He had a variant and stuff like that. He was somewhere around that time. He was walking wheelies, and somebody recognized him doing I think some kind of interview. And they were like, "Aren't you the police chief or something like that?" And of course, he was wearing a helmet or whatever, and they recognized him too. I mean, again, there's this balance thing, but then now we have like, it's almost like gentrification of motor vlogging. So now we have a whole different class. We have your Jared Campese's, we have the Ebes, we have, who else? We got the Killer Cam. Killer Cam is a little bit edgy, kind of like old school edgy too.
Yep.
So, you know, I think it's really interesting seeing the transition and being able to see this stuff. So that's kind of cool. But
I mean, some people just didn't understand what it takes to stay anonymous. Like, I specifically even had vehicles that I would take to work that was not a part of my channel. Mm-hmm. I guarantee you, like 99.9% of my followers didn't know that I drove a Mini Cooper.
Holy shit, you drove a Mini Cooper? That's a bitch car right there, man.
No, if I showed you a picture, you'd fucking change your mind. But I'm just saying, can I take my invite back? This guy's driving a Mini Cooper around. What's up with you, man? Bitch, hold on. I'm gonna fucking text this to you. You being a whole asshole. You being a whole asshole right now.
Yo, I gotta see his text right now.
All right, I'm gonna send this shit to you. Hold up.
Yo, this dude's whipping around in a Mini Cooper. Yeah,
and your fucking reaction better be on this motherfucking chat.
Nah, I'm gonna cover my face, man.
All right, here you go.
Here he goes. Oh, okay. All right. Yo, he got it decked out too. I can't show this because you guys don't know about this. Yo, is it lowered?
Yeah.
Yo, he's straight up Italian job with this one, so okay.
Yo, see, okay, so I mean, like I said, like.
Yo, those wheels though are nice. Okay.
Okay.
I can see a transition.
Talking all that jazz.
I could see a transition to the BMW though from that.
Yeah. It wasn't fast enough for me, so I had to get the Beamer. What I'm saying is like I took steps to be able to go to work and not be recognized. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I some of the things that you have to fucking take into consideration, that if you just like, if I showed up to work on my fucking R1, somebody's gonna notice that shit and they'll be like, bro. And especially if they don't fucking like me, you know what I mean? It's just gonna be like, this is bad.
Yo, you know what? Before you even go to the next thing, what's up with you with this R1? So you've had Ducatis, you've had Hondas. This bike stays, guys. You know, I might as well roll this clip of this bike while he's gonna talk about it. I know you have a major connection with the R1 and it never goes anywhere. You've had multiple bikes, really nice bikes. The Diavel, you've had the Panigale, and everything goes, but the R1 stays. And I think that R1 has inspired a lot of OG motovloggers, current people that really can't afford buying newer bikes. That's their go-to bike. And I know I have the clip here. Where are you, Mr. R1? Yo, I'm gonna be tight right now if I don't have that clip. No, I bet I have to. There you go. Yeah, so walk us through that, man. That bike is like a not going anywhere bike.
No, so this bike to me is like legendary status, and obviously this thing has been with me since 2010. I bought this bike brand new after wreck my ZX10. I'd had a ZX6 before that, which was my first bike. I upgraded 2 years later to a ZX10 that I think lasted maybe another 2 years. Or less than that. Yeah, less than that. And then I bought the R1, and this thing has been with me ever since. And I feel really bad because she has been very neglected. But it is still an icon for this channel. And it will make its return eventually. Fuck the Toast exhaust, though. God damn that exhaust.
Oh, you don't like it?
No, it's a fucking piece of shit.
Jesus. Yo, you wonder why you can't get any sponsors, man.
No, fuck that. I blew that exhaust up for my 100,000 subscribers video because it's such a fucking garbage exhaust. And here's the thing. They made no changes to it, and they fucking increased the price another $200. The exhaust never fucking lined up, and it always... like, you see so much fucking... like, God, it's just such shit. I was so happy when I bought a Graves exhaust. The Graves is fucking phenomenal. But, yeah... everybody bought that exhaust because of this fucking bike, and they thought that their bike would sound just like the R1, and it's the engine that makes the exhaust note, not the exhaust.
It's a little bit of both, but the engine is definitely pronounced though.
Yeah.
The timing.
But I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. Best looking exhaust for that bike, hands down. 100% best looking exhaust, hands down. But it is poor quality. But this bike has definitely been with me for a long time. A lot of shit is customized on it. I have custom carbon fiber all over it, like this belly pan that's showing right now. You can't even buy that shit. Like, I had some dude in, I can't even remember the fucking country. He made the carbon fiber swing arm covers, the hugger, the front hugger, and that belly pan by hand.
Oh, and wow.
Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I dropped about $2,500 just in carbon fiber for that bike.
And you know what's the funny thing is that's definitely something that's very common now with people like setting up their bikes with like all carbon. And again, there's a lot. I pulled up a lot of these clips for a specific reason, guys. And this is not the kind of like Josh on anyone or anything like that, or at least be like, oh yeah, he did this and that. It's great to see people that's been doing this for a long time and how they kind of foresaw a lot of stuff that's, for example, now like build series, like carbon fiber is like a regular thing. You know what I mean? Like this is 8 years ago. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and you can get carbon fiber off of like any fucking website now, and I had to go fucking find this dude in some other country to fucking make this shit because it's what I wanted.
Oh, you guys saw what I mentioned? You see Cena right there on there? That was like 8 years ago.
Yeah,
so
it was a long time ago.
And Icon, Cena, the Warhawk, it's like all of those things, and you know, it's synonymous with some of these brands and how they kind of really became a thing. So that's kind of cool. So any particular reason why you'd never get rid of this bike? Oh man, you're pleased to show. Oh, you just said get fucked.
Get fucked. Yeah, good job. I've been doing that for a while too. I taught Fastlane D how to do it. I think there's just too much of a sentimental value on that bike. I've been through so much with that motorcycle that it's just it'd be real hard for me to get rid of it. Now, don't get me wrong. There was a period of time a couple of years ago while I was in my downtime. I was in severe depression mode, and I was thinking about selling the bike. Like I was literally planning on getting rid of it, and I couldn't do it. It's just, it holds too much value to me sentimentally.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. That, like I said, this whole setup, that's one of the reasons why I pulled this clip. The helmet, Cena, the R1. It was just like I think those were the starter kits for like motovlog, either R1, R6, the Icon helmet and stuff like that. You know, the funny thing is when I was starting and stuff, I was like, man, fuck this, guys, because you know I'm just gonna do my own thing. because of course I want to be myself. And if you know YouTube, that's not how YouTube works. You know, instead of you trying to be specific or unique to yourself, you just get not left behind, but kind of blown to the side because you have to jump into the same wave. And then once things kind of become its own, then you could jump out and make your own.
Yeah,
which is one of my biggest lessons too, at least for me on YouTube.
Yep. Sometimes though, you even have to make your own wave. So I mean, I was pioneering a lot of this shit. Like nobody had variants on a sport bike before. I mean, even when I fucking said that, they were, if I'm not mistaken, Icon was even advertising it as an off-road bike, and I was like, no, fuck that. I'm going to put this on the road, and I've taken it up to 180 miles an hour, indicated. No, I didn't. I was doing speed limit.
That dry snitch though.
But yeah, just like you have to be able to make your own waves and do shit outside of the box and stuff that not everybody would normally or want to do, and then make it your own.
Yeah, somebody just asked here if you're starting, if you're going to be starting a meetup again.
I don't know. So there was a point in time when I stopped going to meetups, and it's because there were way too many people who were new at riding that did not know how to ride and would be going on these rides with us at these meetups, and they would end up wrecking or wrecking into somebody or stuff like that. So it's meetups are unfortunately very dangerous. So it's not something that I foresee happening anytime soon. It's not 100% out of the picture, but it's not something that I'm looking to do right now.
Oh wow.
It's just it's too dangerous. The risk versus reward isn't there. And I mean, fuck, dude, I'm old now, so it's like that's really where my head goes first. It's like I got to find out what's worth the squeeze, you know what I mean?
But you know what? You know it's so funny. I get that often too with people out in New York asking, because there was a point in time, the Fobra, myself, BX Polymath, and how do you call it? Angelo. I'll just say his name because he's already out already. We used to do like meetups and stuff, which they're great. They're really, really amazing. It's just the amount of work it requires for you to kind of get it done and everyone have a good time, and just don't feel like strained by the whole thing. It's just a whole level of stuff, really. Granted, we never had any mishaps of anybody getting hurt because we took a lot of time and care. Adam and, well, the Fobra, myself, and BX Polymath, we all took so much time of our personal time just to kind of get some of this stuff done. And it's just recently, I think last week I posted, if anybody's local, they want to ride, to DM me. Like I'll do like a 3 to 5 people and just do like a local hour rip somewhere, and I'm just slowly warming into it. Who gave me this feedback? I don't know if it might have been Fastlane D and Eve. It's like, yo, you have to connect and bring people out and stuff like that, and I'm like, all right, maybe I'll just kind of start doing that path as well. But it just takes a lot, like you said, and then you have that risk factor. Yep. And sometimes it's like, I don't know if it's worth it to me. So that's my approach too.
Yep. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I'd love to fucking do another Atlanta meetup and stuff like that, like we used to, because you get a lot of people together. But at the same time, it's just like a lot of these people's lives have changed. So you're not going to be able to get the same people that you used to have. It's just not going to be the same. And it'd be great to be able to meet up with a lot of the guys that follow me and stuff like that. And I'd love to do that, but maybe just not in a group ride setting. You know what I mean? Because that just gets a little bit out of hand, because people that are like, you got to realize all the cameras are on. So they figure that it's their time.
Yeah, I agree. You know, I've been traveling a lot and riding and stuff like that. When I was out in Texas for GP, and I rode with the Motivation guys, and then I went out to Detroit and I rode with those guys up there, and they're supposed to be the wild cards. You know what I mean? Like, you know, road racing. You're talking about basically the normal speed is like 80 miles an hour, and everyone else was doing like 200. Really, it was the most organized experience I've had in motorcycling, and the safest. Everyone kind of like before everyone got going.
Well, who were you with? This was hosted by who?
So my boy 5 Up hosted one, and then I know
Right.
Abe hosted one, and then the other one was really the motivation team. But those guys, they fucking ride. They ride. And Texas is clear, dude. The roads over there, and they ride
Right.
hard.
Yeah, but I mean, we're not talking about 600 riders like the Atlanta meetup was. Atlanta had like almost 600 people, and that's when I gave up.
Detroit was big.
Too many.
Detroit was definitely good. We could have at least 1,000 people there. But the one thing I've noticed, the level of respect with everyone. Before everything got going, there was no like, hey, you know, don't flex your muscle, do whatever you're doing. This is what's gonna happen when you're riding on your left. This is what's gonna happen when you're on your right. If you're not part of racing, if you're not doing this, this is where you need to be. And everyone seemed to follow it to a T. Nobody kind of like opposed anything. And the entire day, nothing bad happened. Everyone had a great time. Funny thing is, not a single moment I felt unsafe. Like I'm like, oh shit, you know, this is getting out of hand. So that was super interesting.
Well, I mean,
And,
I'm sure a lot has changed in the amount of time, because I mean, I'm sure it's been 6 years since that meetup. What was that? 2015, I think was that last meetup that I went to. And I mean, like, I know a lot of people are trying to make it safer and make it change and do better, but it's not. Like I haven't been to one. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, fuck, dude, I would leave for deployment, so I wouldn't even be able to go to half of these things anyway. So, you know, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of time off. It takes a lot of money to get to these places to do these meetups. So it's I'm sure that they have done better since that meetup, but I have to wean myself into going back into motovlog or into any kind of motorcycle meetups kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, what are some of the difficulties you're experiencing since you're just coming back? And actually, just before you do this, you did a very cool video. I thought that was pretty dope. I'm gonna roll this of you leaving the Navy and stuff. I think it's a really cool video to highlight. Let's take a quick look at this, guys. Oops. Oh, you know what's so funny? I love how I did not cue that video, but we're gonna do that live, so you guys just gonna hold on tight. That was 2 videos I was pulling off my server right before I had to go live. So
Fucking server.
listen, man, that was the one I was like. That's when I was like, yo, what are 2 videos you want to totally show before we start? And of course, I had to quickly say
Download
that.
it right away. Yeah.
Yeah, I ripped it off YouTube and then pushed it to the server, but then I'm on my laptop now. The bridges and go. Nope. Oh, chapter close. There we go. I totally need like a producer to just be doing this on the back. It would be so sweet just having somebody just doing just this part only. That'd be so
Yeah, where's
dope.
Anna?
was young many years ago. I joined the Navy. Why? I don't know.
Yeah, that's not playing.
No,
I
it's
served
gonna
my
play.
time with honor.
There we go. was a really dope video also.
I appreciate it. And it says like circa 2009. I filmed that on a deployment in 2009, and I don't think I did it during that time, but definitely the last deployment I did, I had schedule uploads on YouTube to be possibly stay relevant while I was gone for a 7-month deployment. You know what I mean? And it's just like it's really hard. It's really hard being in the service, doing that full-time job and being a YouTuber. It's not something easy, especially trying to keep everything under wraps.
Yeah, that's really dope, man. Sorry, man. I started laughing because my man DeForward just texted me. Thank you, sir. He said he's really enjoying the stream, man. I appreciate it, guys. Hopefully, you guys have noticed changes in this whole how do you call it? Streaming thing, man. It's been a big learning curve. I think we're up to episode 37 right now, and with every single one of them, I'm learning so much and really kind of streamlining things. So as I mentioned, I appreciate everyone just tuned in, just at least giving me feedback and making changes. So we're striving here a little bit. So really dope, man. So I'm not staying on that video, but that was really cool, and I wanted to highlight it. Of course, I was supposed to play that when I was talking about when you're in the Navy, but I didn't have it queued up, but it's all good. One of the key thing about your channel, I think this was like the before the Suburban Delinquents and stuff like that, which of course dope guy as well. You know, he rocks crazy wheelies. Yep. You were one of the first to kind of made it like a thing, like wheeling and stuff like that, and really. I think you actually learned how to wheelie on YouTube.
I did, yes.
Yeah, so that was really interesting. After that, you started teaching others. Even Salt the Wound became really a great wheelie guy because of your tutorials. I'm going to roll one of them here, guys. Let's take a quick look. Actually, there's 2 of them. I'm going to play the one that's a little bit clearer. There's another one that's like multi-screen where he's showing what the hand does and what his feet does, and you know, watching the brake and stuff like all together. But then this one here is pretty cool. Let me play this one real quick. We'll take a quick look. By the way, some of this stuff was not queued. I just queued them as we're talking and stuff. There we go. We're gonna drop some voice on here.
Screenshot for this video. You're like, I don't know how to do a wheelie.
Holy fucking shit, Dasher, stop fucking cursing!
Shut the fuck up, Carl!
Love that intro.
Good stuff, man. Watching all these clips really make me like, you know, it's like very like
we must resist.
Nostalgic.
Smash! Shut up! Jump on, dude. Let's go. Yours, motherfucker. You already know how to do 2nd, 3rd, and 4th gear on that. I could definitely go 2 up and teach you.
Oh shit! You just be like, all right, just give it a little gas. Oh, this is easy.
So I'm gonna let this roll, and then we could talk over it, man. About you learning how to wheelie on YouTube. Was that something you just wanted to do yourself, or you wanted to do it for your channel? Go ahead.
I mentioned it briefly earlier, but there were no how-to videos on YouTube when I was starting to ride. It just was not on there. I wish I could pull it up, but there was like one, and it told you nothing. It was already from somebody that was in a position that knew how to wheelie, and it didn't make sense to me. So I had to spend hours upon hours upon hours on a road in Sicily figuring out how to wheelie off of forums. Like I had like the written word, I had to figure out how to wheelie. And then what made that work was I was able to bring somebody along with me, like the viewer, while I was learning how to wheelie myself. So I mean, it's like I was showing people what worked while I was doing it, and like what didn't work, and how I was progressing to get better at wheeling.
Yeah, I think it opened up a whole class of new moto vloggers. I think I started seeing a lot. I think Jake the Garden State wheelie a lot. He's always been really good. I don't even recall when he was practicing, to be honest. He's always been very good. Sub D's always been amazing with it. His control game is insane. But yeah, those videos were really, really cool. Like even till today, you watch them, you'll see current comments saying, "Oh yeah, I learned this and that," or even older comments, or you could see people that watch them from the very beginning, and now they're like really proficient in doing them. Mm-hmm. So I thought that's another really cool thing to kind of just lightly mention and stuff in parts of our conversation, only because a lot of the stuff we're touching base on tonight, most people probably have not noticed it because I really structured the stream to be very conversational, or we're just talking. But really, if you watch this from the beginning to the end, you can see how from the beginning where he started from almost 10 years ago, how it impact current times, current people, even from gear, the wheelies and stuff like that, and really being candid about content and stuff like that. So and that was the point here that I wanted to kind of show regarding the wheelies and stuff, because it's really now it's not a big deal to be out there just cranking it up and dropping crazy wheelies, because a lot of people are doing it and stuff like that. But in this time frame, it was probably just a handful, really.
Yep, there wasn't very many people that were being able to throw that stuff down, and it takes a lot of control to learn how to wheelie, and then especially to find a place to do it safely. Where we're wheeling at right now is so secluded. There's only one way in, one way out, and there's nothing over there. And I still know of people that use this spot as a stunt area because literally there is still nothing out there. So having that spot to learn really helps, because when you take that out onto the road, you need to be able to use everything as a rider in your head as far as how traffic is going to react and how everything is going to pan out. And doing wheelies when there aren't cars that you have that could possibly get in front of you or anything else like that, you have to be able to know what you're doing in that wheelie to realize when you need to set that thing down and get the fuck out of the way of anything.
Yeah, it's a big deal, man. So the other thing I've noticed that you did also, you had a KTM Supermoto, you had the Diavo, which I'm gonna totally roll that clip also, which that bike I thought it was super cool, really. I think the Diavo. I think I was rocking a Ducati. I don't think that was before the whole Ducati was more of a norm in motovlogging.
Yes.
I had my Monster, and I think you ended up getting the Diavo. I'm just gonna roll that clip also. I want to show that. That bike was really dope. You sold that. You sold the Panigale you had. It's $11.99, $12.99. They're all Panigales anyway. That was the base of the Panigale anyway. It's like a V2 version of it. You ended up selling most of them, and just curious your thoughts on your Ducatis, why you got rid of them, and I mean, Grant, I know at heart you love Yamaha because the connection you have with it, and that's how it is with most brand. Once you start with them and then you start building rapport, you like them, it's difficult to kind of go to another one because there's this like mental thing that you're connected to the brand and stuff. But yeah, so just walk us through some of the bikes you had, like the Panigale and the I know people need to calm down. I know it wasn't a Panigale, it wasn't called that yet. $11.99, $12.99. I know I'm talking on the same reference.
It was a $12.99 Panigale.
Okay, all right, cool. I don't want the Ducati people come and kill me here with him.
Yeah, so the Diavo that I had, I absolutely loved the bike. I ended up selling it because I had an issue, and it's not something that I really want to disclose or get into, unfortunately, and it's not something that I'll get into on video. It's just a personal reason why I had to get rid of that bike, and I ended up selling it. But I've had a lot of bikes. I mean, a Diavo is not out of the realm of other bikes that I would buy again. I would definitely want to have this bike again. But I mean, as of right now, I'm on an Indian because of my knee. I briefly touched on that in a video that I just edited and haven't posted yet. But it has to be comfortable now until I get into a physical condition to where I'm able to ride them without any physical pain. It wasn't physical pain why I got rid of the Diavolo, though.
I'm going to tell you one thing, though. If you are thinking of coming back to Ducati, which you should, don't be a bitch. I'm just... you should definitely come back. I think you should wait for the next iteration when you start talking. I rode a Pikes Peak Multistrada, and it was the most... I'm trying to put this in words where it's not offensive or the most... best way I could put it. It's the most Japanese Italian bike I've ever ridden. Super smooth. Yo, it was so smooth for a second. And the weird thing is it's so light, so smooth. Best quick shifter in the game. Better than the Panigale I rode. Better than my Street Fighter. Better than the Hyper. Quick shifter is the best one in the game. And I'm just saying the next version of the Diavolo is definitely gonna be a spring V4 in there, 100%. You heard it here first.
I'll look into it for sure.
100%.
I like. So Dante Fox put it in a comment. He said, "Well, I'm surprised I didn't go BMW." And funny enough is like I could have bought two S1000 double Rs for the price that I paid for that Panigale, but the problem that I had is I was buying that bike right after a deployment, and I'd already dropped $5,000 in parts for the 1299, and I wasn't about to send all those parts back just to buy a BMW. But I love the Ducatis. I really do. It is a... I don't want to say it's a status icon because, I mean, there are, like, I don't ride them like normal people do, if you know what I mean. Like, I have videos on this Diavolo where I'm wheeling it. The thing is a torque monster, so I am not your average Ducati rider. I love the BMWs, but it really goes down to it didn't have a single-sided swing arm, to be perfectly honest. I have some sort of fetish for that single-sided swing arm.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I'd buy, if I'm spending money on a Ducati, I'm not buying one that doesn't have single-sided swing arm there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, 100%.
It's just once you've experienced it, you've seen it. It's a tough thing to kind of get over. Also, it looks cold. It's cold. I mean, seeing your entire wheel on one side clear, it's awesome. And then you could do the rear sprocket carrier and everything, the flange to your liking. It's something else. But it's really dope. But to be honest, those BMWs are really cool, and I am gonna get it. I'm getting Panigale real soon. A V4S.
You got somebody working on your house in there? They hammering?
Huh?
You got somebody working on your house in there? They hammering?
Nah, that's my dog. Hey, Miso, calm down.
Motherfucker heavy-footed and shit.
Hey, of course. Dang, your hearing is sharp, man. You heard that? I didn't think anybody would hear that. She just go wild in the night, man. But yeah, man, I'm definitely getting one. It's one of those bikes that you have to have. It's just, I mean, I've ridden one. I've had a couple of access to some of these bikes while I was away, and it was like, you just, if it's something that's in your space that you can get, and if you work your way to, you know, through your channel, make that stuff work, because they all kind of connect. That's one thing I like with the motorcycling industry, outside of the camaraderie and the people you meet, the riding and stuff. If you're doing the business aspect of things, you soon realize, dude, I'm telling you, I was out there in Texas for GP. I'm in the back area in the paddock with like Mark Marquez, right?
Yeah. You
seeing fucking what's his name, Tyson Beckford, and then I had Black Moses on the stream before. He's back there, like, it's like everyone you bump into, and I turn around, Yami Noob is right there. It's the industry is so tiny. Yeah. And it's a very interesting thing, and that was one of my biggest miss too, because he was like, you should come to the studio, but I was there working with Motivation. I didn't really get a chance to, but next time I'm out there in Texas for sure. He was like, you should come to the studio and hang out with us and do some content and stuff, and I just didn't get a chance. It was so much. Yeah. But it's a very small industry, and I think if you kind of work your way through it or with the people, you know, some really amazing thing can happen, especially if you're a producer kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I'll get back onto the Ducati lineup again eventually. It's just not in the really close future because I have a project that I want to work on next, and it's going to take up a majority of my funds to be able to do. I guess I could drop it here. I'm gonna post a picture of it tomorrow, but I busted the shit out of my fender on my BMW.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's bad. I had some bike ramps fall on it in the garage, so it kind of sucks. So it is going to cost me about $22,000 to fix it.
Holy shit. That's a whole bike right there, man.
That's because it's going to be going wide body instead of just repairing the fucking fender.
Oh, so you're going to, it's like, you know how they do the JDM ones? They extend the sides and stuff, put wheel spaces on. That looks dope, though.
It's gonna look good, but I'm not gonna have it. So it's gonna be good. I just gotta put my head down, time and the money for it. So.
Yeah, man, that's really cool, man. I'm very interested to see what you do, though. I'm glad you're back on YouTube, and it's cool to see that. I would say you're up to your old thing. Right now, you're writing an Indian, very different flow to your content, and I've noticed at least your last two videos, they weren't the same. Hey, Miso, stop it. That's the drawback to actually being in the house. When you're in the garage, you're chilling, and it's like there's nothing there. You do have access to drinks though in the house, so I'll take that. But yeah, in your last two videos, I saw it wasn't like completely your regular. I think I mean, not to name names or anything like that. It's not what we're doing here to kind of create drama or anything like that. But it felt like your coming back wasn't as welcome as it expected to be. I mean, you just, if you don't mind just touching base on that, you don't have to mention anybody. That's not what we're doing. I'm just saying.
No, that's fine. So the last video that I produced I was basically saying that I was scared about getting out of the Navy. I actually filmed that while I was in the middle of depression, and that was filmed back in 2021. So it was filmed at a time where it's just like I didn't really have the interaction with, you know, subscribers and the followers and the people, so I couldn't get reactions. So I was filming that with a basis of nothing there. So it's like I'm talking just to myself and not being able to produce it and throw it straight up. It was filmed and then edited and posted over a year after I, you know, took that stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's whatever I could do at the time. And then the one prior to that was that there was a lot of fake people on YouTube, and that one was filmed more recently, but I was really pissed off with the community that I had shared with so many people, and then a lot of the respect just wasn't there. They weren't able to fucking just make a time of day to come say what's up. And I'm giving these guys anywhere from a week to a month heads up that I'm going to be in their neighborhood or their town or their area. And obviously, yeah, I'm not going to drop names, but I said in the video, there's more than one. And I wish it was only one, but it's not. And it's just like even saying that from the video.
Can you tell them what I'm drinking? Bailey's? Bailey's. Yeah. Sorry. I thought I was on mute. I apologize. I didn't mean to jump in between.
Good job. Way to go. Thanks for paying attention to me.
I am paying attention to you. I'm reading at the same time. Don't judge me. I'm doing multiple shit over here.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll let you do what you got to do then.
Let me slide on that one.
Well, yeah. But like it sucks because it's like I have these people's phone numbers and I've stayed in their houses, and it's just like these are people that I respected as individuals, and their channels have grown and shit like that. And then obviously for the past 3 years my channel's done nothing. And I mean, obviously my channel is self-inflicted, but I mean, like at the same time, it's just like, how can you not just fucking take a half an hour to go to lunch with like a friend of yours, or at least what I thought were friends of mine? So
would you say it was just one person or multiple people? Because listen, I'm just gonna say it here. You are connected to a lot of people. And this is not like something where it's going to be bashing on anybody or nobody's going to be able to figure this out. I'm not saying to say anybody. If it's one person, it's possible they were just busy. Is it more than one people?
It's way more than one people. But I mean, you were asking your wife what you were drinking. But yeah.
Come on, man. This motherfucker here, man.
But no, it was more than one person, unfortunately, and it like I have a lot of OGs' phone numbers. I have a lot of people's fucking phone numbers, and I still reach out to some of these people, and it was like I said, I wish it was one. I wish it was one person, but it wasn't.
What do you think happened? I mean, I don't know. I'm just curious to see what would happen, because most people that you're involved with, you tend to know for a long time. You and I, we've known each other for years and years. We get on the phone. Yes. You know, today we spoke. The last time we spoke was months ago, but it was just like we spoke yesterday. And when we talk, it's almost like always yesterday. I'm sure it's the same thing when you speak with the Fokker too.
Yep.
You know, it's the same thing when I talk to Adam. It's like, it's like we talked yesterday. So I think it's interesting that the only things that's changed, I mean, it's possible that these people are different places in their life, or maybe are they still on YouTube and stuff like that? That's the other thing.
No, they're definitely still content creators, but I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with respect. They like to me, what that tells me is that they don't have any respect for me.
I don't know if it would be respect though. I don't know, but it's just, you know here's what I think tends to happen sometimes when people kind of grow and start doing different things. They might think you just want something from them, which I don't think that would be the case, only because
the channel was dead.
Yeah,
the channel was dead. Like I didn't need anything from them, but I think that they like my perspective was that since I couldn't provide anything for them, that they didn't need me.
Yeah, you know what? That's kind of sad, man. I think at some point, I mean, it is like that in a lot of situations in our niche community. It's almost like if you have the clout and I have something to offer, if I have the bike that you might use for content kind of thing that get used, it's kind of like an equivalent exchange almost. But I think you're kind of past that when we're talking about creating content, or at least doing videos. It's more, I would assume that you have more friendship with, like, personal friendship with people. So yeah, that's what's a little disappointing.
I value friendship a lot more than I value fucking making content, because going back in this chat, content and stuff like that, it's all for fun. So I value friendships over any of that. And then most of these people in the chat can even identify with that I would rather choose friendship over anything else than trying to use them for some sort of content.
Yeah, I agree, man. I 100% agree. So guys, I have down here for about an hour, so I don't want to keep him forever for the whole damn night, because we can definitely talk all through the night. Thank you for everybody for tuning in down here. I'm just going to definitely give you some spots where you can tell people where you can find you, because whether they're watching this now, some people watching this later, they know your link's going to be in the description anyway, so you can definitely drop your sub, and let's get him back on the map to where he needs to be, because I think he definitely deserves it. He's been putting work for years, and now that he has time and he could focus on this, or at least kind of do it a little bit more consistently, I think we should definitely all gather together and champion this a little bit. So that's going to be kind of dope. All right, you agree?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
So, Downshift83 on YouTube. If nobody knows me, that's fine.
Oh my God, this guy here. Oh, calm down. I told you about this shit.
Instagram is, I had to change it, is DS spelled out 80 and then the number 3. And then I've got TikTok as well, because, you know, there's you know, so many sluts that you can look at watching TikToks, and it's a lot of fun. But other than that, yeah, I'm just going to continue to roll out videos as much as I possibly can. I don't have a regular schedule other than my super classy Sundays that I continue to do. So I think that's where the notification bell comes in, because I don't have like videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Whenever the fuck I decide to feel like it, because it's just for fun.
Guys, if you want to drop any questions, it's definitely the time now before we wrap up the 2-hour mark. I'm gonna pull up the chat. That way it'll be on the screen. So feel free to leave any comments or questions. Let's see here.
Yeah, for sure. I don't mind answering anything.
Hells yeah. We'll spend some time kind of looking at through the comment section. Why not? I guess I should go in reverse. Ducati pilot mentioned here that he knows that I want a special. I want that bike. That bike is really dope. I'm not gonna. Friend, that's one of Ducati's best liveries. I think that one. There was another Superleggera they did with the gold wheels. I thought that was really dope too. Those were their best 2 liveries they've done, and it's 40 grand though, man. I'm not putting out 40,000 for the bike. I'm not.
I like my liveries better.
I'm not poor or anything like that, but I ain't spending 40 grand on that.
I like what I did better. Fuck Ducati's liveries. My livery was better.
Yo, listen, man. You need to calm that down, man. Oh my God, Ducati, cut me the check, Ducati.
I'm not gonna lie though. My first design for the 1299 was ripped off the Anniversario.
Yo, here's the thing. Oh, you know what? Let's backtrack real quick before I go back to the comment. Yo, I'm not even gonna lie. I was a little upset when I saw that you took off the original livery that you did, which was really dope. I 100% agree. That was one of the best ones on social media. I think if this was done now, it would have blown up. By the way, guys, let me just put up you guys are gonna know this, but this is Downshift's page. You definitely want to hit him up for sure, 100%. His YouTube channel. Definitely go out there, subscribe, whether you're watching this later or you watching this in your car or listening to it in your car, whatever it is at work, man. If you don't know who he is, you should know. I'm sure most people do know who he is, but if you don't, hit him up, give him a subscription. That's always appreciative, and at least it makes it worth his time spent being on the stream all night, just chatting up. But I'm gonna pull up his Instagram real quick.
Oh man, that's gonna take some scrolling.
No, it's not.
To get down to the first livery?
Oh my God, we'll find it in a second. You could keep the people entertained. Holy shit! I just realized that screen was not even live. It was just me. Oh shit! Look at your boy looking all sexy right now. That's me. Don't look at all my porn, guys. Nah. I don't look at those thoughts on Instagram.
I do.
Me too. I just don't like. You know what I'm saying? I don't validate the feeling.
Oh no, yeah. I don't double click on it. I just save it for later.
Oh man, we're terrible. Yo, why doesn't it come up as DS83? I hate that with Instagram.
Because you got to spell it out. There it is. Down. There you go.
Nah, let's see. Yo, that's a handsome black guy on your screen right there, son.
It sure is.
I'm gonna pull this up because this was one of the best liveries actually.
I'm telling you, you got a lot of scrolling to do.
I am really surprised that you actually pulled that off. I think you just wanted to do some shit different, but I think it was the business for sure. Should have kept that.
I always like doing different shit. Like the Anniversario looked great. You're gonna have to keep going down.
Dude, by the way, like I said earlier, I mean, you owe me on this. You know what I'm talking about when I go down to Florida.
I got you, fam.
Yeah, we'll definitely find it. It's definitely down there. See, that's the new one you did, which it's fine. Not my favorite.
I mean, Fastlane D still kept it on. I don't know if he sold the bike yet, but I mean, I love that livery.
No, he still has it. We spoke. He still has it.
He's still got to rebuild the engine he blew up.
Yeah.
Oh, look! Wait! Go back up! Go back up! Go back up! Where it says crazy weld repair. Look at that. Done it down. That one. That's a toast exhaust. Look at that shit. What the fuck?
Holy shit!
Now you can close it. Keep going. My bad.
Oh my God.
Just thought I'd share. No big deal.
But yeah, he still has a Ducati.
Okay, that's what's up. I'm glad he still has Lacey. At least I know she's in good hands.
Yeah, he's pretty passionate about it, man. I personally think Fastlane's a Ducati boy. I think he's on the Yami side right now only because it works for YouTube. Because that's one thing that's dope about him. He understands YouTube well. Like, it took me a while to start understanding the process.
Yes. Well, I mean, you have to realize that it has to be a bike that's obtainable. So if it's unobtainable, nobody's going to go looking for it. If your next bike is a Ducati or whatever the fuck, there it is. You missed it.
No, I saw it. I was looking for a better photo. I wanted something a little bit cleaner.
Well, that's the one that got stolen. God knows how many fucking times, and then changed to blue.
Yeah, this livery was really, really dope. I think that looks very Ducati official.
That's because I stole it from the Anniversario. If you pull up an Anniversario and you put that side by side, I stole that from Ducati. But I will say what Ducati stole from me is, you see that tape on the on the rear wheel? They started doing that now on their bikes.
Oh yeah, that's on a couple of bikes already. That's
I'll say that I did it first. Fuck them.
That was on the SP. Stop saying fuck Ducati, man. Your boy's still trying to get that check cut by Ducati. Give me a chance here, man. Jesus.
Well, you're not the one saying it. I am.
Yeah, but still on my channel. You're gonna watch it. Yo, I'll tell you, last few stream I did, the CEO of Ducati was actually on the fucking chat.
What?
I'm dead serious. Go look at the live chat. Still there.
All right, I'll check it out.
Yeah, the fucking CEO of Ducati was on the last chat, man.
Well, I'll wait for the next Diavolo, and then we'll see.
And the funny thing is, I was unaware at first, because he was like, "What's the next bike you're gonna get?" Because he saw my bikes behind me.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What bike are you getting?" Because I was like, "Oh, possibly the Panigale, the V4 Panigale, which is definitely on the top list, or the BMW." Yeah. He was more like, "Just stay with Ducati." So
pull up a picture of the Anniversario.
Let me see. What year is it though?
2017.
Let's see. And it's so weird, man. My stream is not used like that, but you never know who jumps into things. 2017 Ducati
Anniversario.
1299, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit, you're right. Yo, that's the color I was talking about.
Put it up.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's the one I was saying. That's one of the Speciale, and that is my favorite color.
It's the Anniversario. I told you I ripped the fucking design.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
Now go back to my Instagram, and then you can put them side by side.
Oh, that's funny. You're right. You didn't do the top. That's why I didn't catch it.
Yep. But everything that was white was black.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's how it.
That's why a lot of people like it, because it's very similar to the Anniversario, but it's, in my opinion, meaner.
Let's see here, 1299. Yeah, that's a really good look. My boy 5 Up had this bike, and he was selling it to me, and I didn't buy. I should have bought this bike from him. He was selling it to me cheap.
And I also changed up the Ducati lettering. I went with the old 80s, the 80s style lettering on mine. So if you pull the IG back up, you can see the actual lettering that I have on mine.
I'm pulling it up now. Yeah, my boy was selling me that. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna sell you this Anniversario," and I'm like, I don't know. You know what it is? I was just being like frugal and stuff like that, and then I was like, I don't know if I want to do another Ducati, but now I have all of them. It's just kind of like, well, not all of them, but I'm just saying. But yeah, I can see it now. I never thought of it that way, because the gold wheels kind of make it, like tie it in, and I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I wasn't about to buy fucking gold Marchesinis.
I got a plug though.
I don't even have a Ducati anymore. Give that shit to Fastlane. He can have that plug. I'll let you know if I pick up a V4S. How's that?
Yo, get that. If you ride that bike, I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be it. I rode it and I was like, yeah, that's it.
That thing is a wheelie monster, though. I will say, I missed how easy that front end floats.
Yeah, it's a dope bike, man. Anyway, guys, if you guys have any questions, let me take a quick look here before I get going. We've had this running for a little bit, and I'm sure some people are gonna like. It's Monday night. I gotta work, so we can't be up here just chilling with you guys on the phone.
Shit, me too. I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Man, you know you don't work. Get out of here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything. There's a couple of stuff here. Leamont. I think that's how you pronounce it. Let's see here. And you know, I'll just put it up on the screen as well. Damn, I got so much going on in my screen. I think my laptop's just definitely...
It's overheating.
Nah, dude, I customized this freaking laptop just to be able to do all of this. And I think it's holding up well, but it's just... You could hear the fan kicking on and shit.
Yeah. Well, regardless, if anybody else has any questions in the future or whatever, if they're listening to this later or watching this later, just shoot me a DM on Instagram.
Apollo XB mentioned, Downey, have you had the chance to try the newer Gen R1 2015 Plus? I heard they're not very comfortable, man.
I have not had the chance to try a new Gen R1. I don't know if I really want to dig into that because I know they were having problems with tuning and shit like that. I know Brent Speed's been able to crack their ECU, but it's just it's if I'm going to get another bike, it's going to either stick with the OG that I have with this Yamaha or I mean, I've even been in the air for that new S1000M. So, I mean, there's a couple different bikes that I have in mind. Definitely the V4S is on the radar, and so is the Diavel. But like you said, I'm waiting because I've been hearing rumors for a while as well. I kind of want to see what they do with that. But I mean, I'm a big dude. Like I'm not small, so I make all of these bikes look like fucking RC cars underneath me. I'm 6'3" right now. I'm slightly, considerably overweight.
Oh my god. But I can tell you one thing. I just brand tuned my Street Fighter, and it's crazy now. So if they're doing something on there, it's official. I'm sure it's gonna be dope. I actually almost bought an all-in-one. Love the engine, love the sound, the new version. And they're not very comfortable compared to all the super bikes that are out now. Out of all of them, I don't think it's the BMW is very comfortable. The Ducati I was comfortable on as well, and with the Ducati you don't have to worry too much about the heat. And basically, they all are hot, guys. It's all of the super bikes. They're all hot. Whether you get the heat in your crotch, on your ankles or your thighs, they all just, depending on how the engine is laid out, they all get hot. So it's not just a Ducati thing. I always hear that, but it's just. That's just the deal of it. There is another question here by Kenny. He said, out of all the places you've been, where would you live? Where would you like to live the most?
I'm living here right now. I've been to a lot of different countries, and there's something about being in America that just, if you've seen how some of these other countries are ran, you will have a lot of appreciation for where you live if you're in America. If you're not in America, then I'm sure where you're staying is probably amazing. But like when I was living in Sicily, you know, people ask me, is like, how'd you like living there? And I'm like, so everything that you love about America, right? It's not there. So it's really, I've been to so many different places, but I think I'm in a good spot. I liked California, but fuck their taxes. So it's Florida's really good. I like where I'm at right now, but we'll see how life pans out. I got some long-term goals that might take me around the world, but on my own terms this time. But we'll see how that pans out.
Sazong mentioned he's in I'm in Florida also, guys, Kissimmee area. So I don't know
Kissimmee,
exactly.
Yeah, that's down by it's just below Orlando. I've been down there when I was quote unquote not street racing in Mexico, it was definitely in Orlando. So I've been down there a couple times. I like the area. It's expensive to live there though.
Yeah. D Fresh mentioned he didn't see the whole stream, but enjoyed the last hour. Nice hanging, guys. Yes, sir. Just definitely, guys, if you are tuned in, if you want to smash that thumbs up for me, I'd appreciate it, man. If you're new here, if this is the first time you've seen me, subscribe to my channel, man. I've been grinding quite a bit, so that definitely gonna help as well. And we have, so just kind of give you guys a little a pretext of what we do here. I do moto vlogs also. They're not like the main part of my channel. I love doing gear reviews and cinematic stuff. And the stream we started this year, where we started bringing either corporate people, writers, artists, anybody that's in the motorcycling industry. I've been fortunate enough to kind of plug in with a lot of people, so we get a lot of people that comes through and talks, whether you want to join the industry or you just want to ride or do test rides and stuff like that. So just a heads up as to what I do. Sazon was asking what's in my cup, which is what I answered. It was Bailey's I was drinking. Nothing heavy, some light. Let's see what else we got here before I kind of dip out.
Shit, if we're talking about sponsorships, I want Siesta Key to be a sponsorship. That rum is phenomenal.
Oh my God. Miso, get out of there. Great. Sticker Bomb mentioned you abused that 1299.
I definitely did.
Are you supposed to enjoy the bike, man? That's the deal.
But I will say I didn't blow it up.
Oh my! Let's not do that right now. Oh my! Yo, you can't. He can't even behave for like a second right now, man. Dude, we had the tail end, brother. Sapo mentioned, do you still hate Jixers?
Yes.
Oh my God! What's the deal with you and Jixers, man?
Hey,
get out of there.
We don't have enough. We don't have enough time, bro.
This guy hating Jixers.
We ain't got enough time for Jixers.
All right, better Jixers than Ducati. I'll take it. Evo mentioned here. Yeah, Brentoon just tuned my rocket. By the way, just a heads up. Brentoon used my boy's rocket to actually create that tune because they just started doing it. It's a dude I stayed with in Detroit. Really, really dope. He uses his rocket as like a template.
Tell them if they want to start doing Indians, they can fucking use mine.
Ooh. There you go. Smart. See, now he's talking smart. None of that crazy talk. Jesus. Yo, Dante is like part of the 15%. This dude said I'm 6'5", man. Shit.
Yep. Monkey fucking a football. That's what we look like.
Christ.
Now imagine me on a fucking 600cc bike. Those things are tiny.
Oh my God. Apollo XB mentioned they have a 2016 R1 60th anniversary, so that's why I asked. So he has an R1 as well. Yeah, man. I actually really love that. It's one of the best sounding motorcycles. From here are my top motorcycles. I'll just say here, top sounding. And I'm a Ducati person. This is blasphemy. Me saying this. I'm sure somebody's listening. This is like, oh my God.
You about to lose your sponsorship deals.
Oh shit. So I probably shouldn't say shit.
Yeah, honestly, I'll say it for you. The R1 with the cross-plane engine is absolutely phenomenal.
It's not my top.
The reason that is fuck you, it is mine.
No, it's
the
not.
reason I got into it, the reason I got into the R1s, I love the engine noise, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that Rossi himself helped Yamaha with the R&D.
Okay, I'll give you that. But have you ridden the Aprilia 1100 factory? Dude,
no.
I'm telling you, oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm just telling you.
I'm just saying cross-plane, yeah, Sticker's got it right. Cross-plane sound is the absolute fucking
I'm not saying
gem.
cross-plane's not great. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying Aprilia RSV4 1100. You have, dude, when you upshift.
Ducati is about to drop your ass. They're not even going to allow you to buy. They're going to send you a cease and desist just like Ferrari does.
Yo.
You're no longer allowed to ride Ducatis anymore.
Yo, you have
cease and desist from Ducati.
Do it. Quick shifter and that explosion. So when you're in the Ducati, when you quick shift, using your quick shifter, on the outside you hear the explosion. Really, really dope. Coming on ramp, off ramp, you're just decelerating or you're just, dropping the gears or going up the gears when you're going on ramp. You hear it from the outside. On the Aprilia, that explosion is part of the whole experience when you upshift or down.
So you're blowing up the engine. Got it.
Nah, they're cutting the fuel, and then when it reignites, you hear the explosion on the inside.
Oh, okay. That's smart. I like it. I like it.
That feeling is really cool, man. I'm not gonna lie. Right. I love Ducati, and Ducati sounds great too, but their engine sounds really good.
All right, if Aprilia want to reach out and shit like that and wants me to test ride it on a video, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll check it out if they want me to do it on video.
Dude, test ride it. I don't think you'd leave Ducati over Aprilia. And the problem they have, there's no dealer support. There's no. If you have a problem with your Aprilia, you're fucked.
It's few and far between.
You have to go to another state or something weird like that. Yeah. It's just
fuck that shit. It's already hard enough for Ducati.
They've gotten better. Well, they got the juice now. They're juiced now, and they got the clout. They got winning bikes. People want them, even though they're very expensive. And there's enough of them being sold where you can get it fixed no problem now. I mean, it's still expensive, but you still can go somewhere and get it fixed. Saison mentioned here, seats are wide and the clip nose or nos, I don't know, are low.
Clip-ons.
Clip-ons. Clip-ons. Oh, it's written on reverse. Okay, clip-ons are low and your ass sits high. I used to have the 2020 R1 and the 2021 S1K, and I'm happy even though Dylan was a little salty about that. Yeah. Yo, Dylan has Fastlane D, that's what we're referring to, just so people know. He's having some issues with other bikes. It's not just the Ducati as well also. He's a good dude, you know what I'm saying? He's very positive, which I really like about him a lot. His R1,
it's hard to do. He's doing a good job, and it's very hard to stay that positive.
Yeah. Because this R1 engine blew up too. He had to rebuild that. He had some issues with some of his other bikes and stuff. He has great energy, I think. Very positive, and he kind of deals with stuff as it comes along and stuff. So that's kind of cool. Let's see here. Tio Sapo is 6'5", 220. What the fuck? This guy's a linebacker. Oh shit, Stickerbomb wants beef. Oh my god, no one beats the cross-plane crank sound.
See?
Yeah, we're about to fight when we see each other. It does sound amazing though, man. It's the muscle bike though. It sounds great. Yeah. It sounds great. It has a lot of character, a lot of personality. So it's a great bike. I wish it was a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, the older ones are fantastic. I love my my 2010, so.
Dude, I was going to get a white, black, and red one. And I was this close to buying that bike. I was at the dealer and everything. And it's just, I don't know what happened, man. I think. They're
just, the older ones just aren't fast enough anymore, though. Like, I know my bike can't these new bikes anymore because it's the technology is just vastly better than what it was in 2010.
Yeah. No, obviously. Well, this one was one of the new ones, though. It was one of the new ones.
Oh.
So, yeah, I mean, who knows, man? But I think for me, I'm definitely grabbing that V4S, man, coming up real soon.
Yeah, man.
Evo mentioned it. Mike, did you ride that rocket up in Detroit? Dude, I had so many bikes to pick from, and I didn't get a chance to ride it only because we were going far somewhere, and I was used to that. I rode I was enjoying the Street Fighter SP so much with GP shifting. I was like, I'm just gonna stay on. I should have taken the rocket. I didn't want to be the only person on the cruiser because everyone had super bikes, and it was either I ride the Superleggera, which I didn't want to ride all day. It's like riding a Superleggera all day is probably not gonna be comfortable, and I had the rocket. I didn't want to be on a cruiser when everyone was like on super bikes. So I'm like, I'll just take the Street Fighter. So, but I will be going back out there and stuff. So,
you ready to wrap up, fam?
Yeah. Let me just last question here comment here by the Ducati pilot. We have a new Ducati dealership in Tampa. Also, our DOC is up and running again. Downey needs to join.
Ducati Ownership Club.
Oh my god, this guy.
How many do you have?
I was trying to abbreviate so I can go through it faster because you're just like, how long do you have? But
Ducati Ownership Club.
Let's run that back for Downey.
Thank you.
We have a new Ducati dealership in Tampa. Also, our Ducati Owners Club is up and running again. You like that?
That's much better.
Donnie needs to join the club. Jacksonville is closed enough, though. There you go. Yeah, you guys should definitely link up. Ducati pilot's good people. He has a really dope speciality, so you should definitely link up.
For sure. I get to take that long distance trip on my Indian.
Yeah, man. All right, fellas, guys, it's been really awesome. Thank you, everybody that took their time and hung out with us. through the stream. Really appreciate it. Again, Downey, really appreciate you taking the time, man, and you just hanging out, just chopping it up. The door's always open. You could always come through and chat up with me, man. I mean, again, you got my number, so it's all good.
Yep.
Guys, everybody that tuned in, thank you so much. You're going to find Downshift's link in the description if you want to give him a sub, which you probably know who he is. But if you're new, and if you're new to my channel, you can subscribe to me and him as well. That'll be dope. Anything you want to throw in before we wrap up?
Nope.
All right.
I appreciate you, man.
Anytime, brother. You know the door's always open if you need me. You know I ain't sending your calls to voicemail, so you already know the deal.
All right, fam.
All right, guys. Have a good night, man. Peace.
Good night.
All right.
We off?